At 2917, this is their other property at 2927. This is construction that they're doing in violation of their conditional use permit. There you see a hole that was just been dug for the additional 4 hot tubs that are going in here, right next door to their present facility with 2 hot tubs. A number of posts have already been dug for a fence here. Now the conditional use permit requires that there be no additional new construction on this site. This work they're doing with no permit under the court. So there's the steam coming off the present tubs. Here's the site of the new place. Here's the work they're doing today. Officer's decision, June 14th, 1982, hearings office in the planning department. And it concerns the conditional use for common ground at 2917 Northeast Everett. File numbers CU 2682. And one of the conditions here, condition I, is that no new exterior construction shall take place. That's dated June 14th, 1982. That's the conditional permit under which common grounds. So these tubs that they're building here are right in the backyard of this house on Flanders. This is their backyard, and right over the line, hot tubs. And also, this house right here is going to have hot tubs right over their property line, and it's diagonally across from our house right here. So this is our backyard, and right there is where they're doing the... This gives you an idea of the amount of dirt they removed as of the 16th. Now this business operating in our neighborhood attracts a lot of traffic. There's a lot more people walking through the neighborhood, cars going through the neighborhood. Since this hot tub place has been in operation. This resident got tired of people parking in front of his house all the time, so he invested in a sign. Common ground does, even though they're asked to park somewhere else, that doesn't guarantee that they're going to park there. They generally park on the street. Very often I'll come home and with a load of groceries on the weekend, and I'll have to park down the street just to unload my car. Not all their customers obey the law when they're driving. So even though it's
So,
operating as a community health club for members only, it's really open to the public. People drive in from all parts of town, park on our streets, and it's really a business.
I know about all the neighbors, but this street I don't really deal with.
This is right in front of my house.
Now, I need to be more aware of it. And David's obviously.
I'm the contractor for this job.
Place?
Yeah, I've read all through
Well,
conditional use.
basically, new construction is not supposed to be happening.
There's no new construction.
Yeah,
I'll
that
show
fence,
you.
I've seen it already.
Fence already
I got
existing there.
videotape. So this is what the contractor calls no new construction. They're trying to say that there was a fence there, and that they're just replacing it, and that there was a tub back there. These were pictures that were given to us by a neighbor who lives right by Common Ground, and they show the border between the two properties. Even though they claim that there was a fence there, these pictures show that since 1951, there's never been a fence there. Backyard in the little house behind the Common Ground property. And going back to 1951, there's no fence there. This one shows the shape of the hot tub area on their back porch. Even though they claim they're replacing the tub, what they're putting is an 8.5 by 12 foot tub in a site where there used to be a 6 foot diameter cedar tub. Now this picture is the earliest one, and luckily our neighbor dated it. March 7th, 1951. That appeared in the Willamette Week. Pretty much took the winds out of their sails. Bottom line on this article is pretty much this paragraph. If they're replaced with the exact same size in the same location, it's not going to trigger a review. If they add anything new and different than what was there before, it will trigger a review. Looks like they gave up on this hole. They're filling it in now. But they still intend to install the tub in another location closer to the house. A larger tub than the one that was there before. Well, you can see they're using some of the debris from the excavation under the porch also to fill in the hole. Well, David Slauson said that they were going to put the tub in a little closer now to the house. It's January 9th. So at this point they pretty much completely filled in the hole they had originally dug here for the 8.5 by 12.5 foot tub. And seem to be digging a hole for the tub in a different location here closer to the house. Not really sure what this hole is for. Kind of an irregular shape. Maybe for a tub, may not. Haven't heard from them yet. Tell either way. It's awfully close here to this house. It's right over the, it's about a yard away from their property line. I made some signs and put them in my tree, sort of facing common ground to let their customers know that despite what. Now, even though the conditional use permit makes allowances for massage therapists and spas, it doesn't say anything about medical offices, and they're not supposed to be operating here. But clearly, Elliott Mantel is operating a chiropractic practice from this site. Unfortunately, someone from over there didn't like the sign, so they came onto my property and tore them down. Came out here this morning and noticed that there were these little shreds of paper on the ground and the debris from the old signs.
What?
Sterling Bennett said that he was going to put Mantel on written notice that he couldn't install a larger tub here, and for the past week there's been no work on the site at all. I guess I just got angry and decided to take it out on me this way by tearing down the sign. Not only did they tear it up, but they littered my yard with tiny pieces, in my neighbor's yard too. Filled up with dirt from what they were planning on putting in, where they were planning on putting in the tub after our first efforts to get them to stop. So I guess we've definitely got something going here. So I made some new signs. I decided that it would be important to put the signs up right away to let them know that they're not going to be able to intimidate me, and I just wanted to make sure that their customers knew that not everybody in the neighborhood was happy with the operation there, the way they portray themselves. We hope that the Kearns Neighborhood Association will support us in asking for a review of this conditional use and help make this neighborhood more of a. Would like the Kearns Neighborhood Association to support us with a letter asking the city to look into this and see if there's a violation of the conditional use and if it should be reviewed. Give us back our neighborhood.